welcome back to another video, guys. Check out that sunrise. I love it. So we're heading back out west today, same as last time. There's been a hell of a lot of marlin landed. Well, just caught. Some of them, half of them tagged and released, I guess, but been a hell of a lot of marlin caught lately. So I've got a big rod and reel set up and a lure and a live bait set up as well. So we can troll a lure around if we see something, and we can catch a live bait. We can stop and swim a live bait as well, and see if we can maybe hook onto a marlin. I know there was one marlin caught and he actually landed it as well, brought it back to land on a fish probe, which was pretty awesome. That was out of the Manukau Harbour, so just north of where I'm going fishing today. Apparently the fishing is going off out here at the moment. There's just marlin everywhere, so yeah, it could be a pretty exciting day as long as the weather plays ball. It's supposed to be calm, but it might be a bit squally out there by the looks of the wind maps, so we'll just see what happens. I also want to head back to the spot I marked last time with all those snapper and see whether that's still holding fish. It's a real deep water spot, but if that's holding fish, it'll be a bit of a honey hole, I think, because there's absolutely no structure out there. It's just dead flat. Yeah, anyway, I'll head out back up to that spot during my travels today and drop some jigs down and see if we can catch more snapper, because if that's still holding fish, then I'm going to be pretty happy about that. So let's not waste any time, let's get into it. Wicked. You must be spraying the farms. She's a bit gnarly, guys. There's a lot of birds in this area. I might get the soft bait out and have a bit of a cast, see if there's any tuna. Bit of bait on the sounder, so quite possible. We got something. I think it's probably just kahawai. Looks like kahawai on the sounder. Might actually be a tuna. It is a tuna. Don't know if it's an albie or a skippy yet. He ain't coming in yet. I always get nervous about Marco sharks when you're fighting a fish like this for a while by the boat. There's lots more down there though. Yee-hee! That's us. Nice albie for the bin. Alright guys, we've found the birds again. Haven't actually seen a lot of surface action yet. Get that rod trolling in the holder. Some more birds just over here, so I think this area is going to hold fish, so I may as well just cruise around with the soft bait out the back, I think. So we've got fish down deep again. Just changed up to my kingfish jig. See if I get any interest. Oh. Had a bite from something. This might be a little bit big for the albacore. Yeah, it might be a little bit big for the albies. I have caught them on big kingfish jigs before, but they generally don't work as well as the smaller jigs do. Go back to the soft bait. Problem is my soft bait's a little bit light. I've only got a 1/2 ounce jig head on at the moment, so it takes a while to sink down. Oh yeah, we're getting hits. There we go. Yeah, and that feels like a tuna. Look at that on the sounder. That's what we want to see. Now, is it a kahawai or is it a tuna? The easiest way to tell is normally the big long runs. You can feel their tails shaking, but that hasn't happened yet, so it could still be just a big kahawai. And another sign is kahawai swim up to the surface usually, like this one has done. Take my soft bait off. Let him go. A little bit of sign on the sounder. Just chuck the soft bait out and let it drift down. We got something. Well guys, I haven't been able to find those tuna again. I've just been catching kahawai after kahawai, and they're big ones too, so they take a little while to get in, which is not what I'm trying to catch today. So I think we might just head out a little bit deeper and just keep an eye out for any more surface action on the water. It's getting a little bit calmer as the day goes on, which is good. Well, it was a bit of a trek to get out here, but we're back out at the spot that I caught all the snapper at last time. And the good thing is we're seeing sign on the sounder again. So I think I found myself a bit of a honey hole on the west coast, which is pretty hard to come by. Let's start off with the 200 gram double trouble. I did see some big marks about 5 meters off the bottom, so very interesting. Nothing that time, so I think I'll change back to a kabura, because the kaburas were dynamite last time. I've just switched to a kabura, rigged that up, and we'll drop it down. There's not as much sign as there was last time, but there is some really big marks down there. Just as I thought it was going to be quiet, we've got a fish on. Feels okay, but it's always hard to tell how big they are in deep water. I can see him. It's a nice snap. Not a bad snapper at all. It's a good illustration why when fishing deep water these fish don't release well. His eyes have popped right out, so he isn't going to survive. That's alright, because he is a really good eating fish. The secret spot provides again. Put the kabura back down and we should be on the bottom soon. Yeah, we're on the bottom now. Lift it up off the bottom a little bit. And straight in. Feels like a smaller fish this time. Unless it's like a gurnard, it could be. But soon find out. Not too far below the ski on the fish finder. Yeah, it's not a bad snapper, definitely legal. So he's coming home. Doesn't feel very big, but it's something at least. And what have we got here? West Coast Gold. The old humble Gurnard. I'll happily take him home. Time for a little bit of lunch. Ham and cheese bun. A little bit squashed in the glove box, but that's alright. Eating lunch is usually a sign to the fish that they need a bite and interrupt what you're doing. So hopefully that works. Nothing yet. Alright, we'll change to a different Kabura. We'll go the beady eye, and that's actually glow in the dark on the back of it, so it should work well in deep water. Throw that out, and while that's going down, I'll pull the other one in. So I'm not really a fan of fishing two rods at once. Beady eye Kabura's going down. And it's on the bottom. Got one. Feels looking all right, Snapper. Oh. Long way down. We're almost there, we should be able to see him soon. It's a snapper. Not huge, but good eating. Nice little snapper. So I don't know what I've got this time. It's not very big though. So I think it's going to be going back. Just another little Gurnard. Such awesome colours on them. Just come across a bit of good sign on the fish finder. Just up off the bottom. Hopefully we can get down into it. It's not a very big patch, but it's about the best of what we've been seeing today. Must almost be at the bottom. We're on the bottom there. Jetski nibbles. There we go. Fish on. Doesn't feel huge, but feels like a legal fish. Where is he? I can see him down there now. What are you? And it's a snapper. Not bad. Plenty good enough for the dinner table. Hook something else. Oh, he's gone. Man, what is going on? Dropped him twice then. Felt like a big gurnard. Well, I've had a really slow patch of like an hour or two. And there's a little bit of sign down there, but I'm just struggling to catch anything. But I've got both kaburas down at the moment. I've hooked something on the orange one. It feels like a decent fish. Not really putting up that much of a fight. Not a bad snapper. So the fish are definitely down there. They just seem to be really tentative on the bite. Something strange going on here. So I've hooked something right on the bottom. They're playing games with me. But if I'm thinking correct, I reckon it's a gurnard. It's just sort of what it was fighting like. You know, it would only touch it when I dropped it right onto the bottom. So a little bit of weight there. It's not putting up a normal fight like a snapper would, so I'm going to call it for a gurnard. And see what happens. We should have him up soon. What did I tell you? He's a bloody good gurnard too. Here we go. Just like that, we've got a gurnard on a kabura. Told you it felt like a gurnard. Be quite a fun fish to target, the old gurnard. Much more fun in the harbour and the shallows than out here in the deep. Yeah, really fun fish to target. Now, the last time I was pretty much just bouncing it right on the bottom. So we've got something. Feels like a big fish. It can't be far away now. Oh, he's a good fish. Look at that. He's a solid fish. Really fat through the guts. Yeah, good snapper on the Kibera. The old style orange one with the green skirt seems to be the winner today. He's actually quite bloody heavy for his size. Alright, I've got a decent bin full of fish now. I'm going to head back in shallower where I caught that albacore tuna this morning. The conditions are pretty bloody good now, so it should be a nice ride. The weather forecast said it was going to be cloudy today, but there's barely a cloud in the sky. The sun's just beating on me. Bit of a pain, but what do you do? Alright, let's go for a cruise. Kill switch on. We're back in at 35 meters. This is where all the action was happening this morning. I'll have a bit of a troll with the soft bait. See if we can pick up another albacore tuna. Yeah, just see what's going on. Still plenty of birds flying around here. I've just pulled the rods in. We're going to head back to the bar now. There's birds everywhere just sitting on the water, but I haven't seen any fish activity and there's not a lot on the sounder either. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it quits. I might try for a trevally when I get back inside the river. See what the water looks like in there first, but yeah, I think we'll just continue our journey home at the moment. Okay, so it's still fairly early in the day, so I figured may as well stop and try for a trevally. See what happens.